Okay, everybody, welcome to day 12 of the Made Number Corner. We have to update our calendar collector again. We need to spin the spinner to fill up our 2-quart fill or spill. We need to also update our calendar grid with a new marker. We have our feeding area for our nest 4. And then we also have a problem string, which happens to be the 31st problem string in Number Corner. So we'll go ahead and get started today. Let's go ahead and spin our spinner. It looks like we have 1.5 cups. Woo, we're filling this up quick. I hope we don't spill our 2-quart thing. Make sure you convert the fluid ounces. Use that page in your Number Corner book to solve all of the problems, or at least the conversions that we're spinning, and then also include a running total. We are going to go back to Number Corner. Our new marker for today is feeding area 4A. So from our nest, go to 4. From our nest 4, go south 1, and then southwest 1. Again, go south 1 spot, southwest 1, and connect that feeding area to our main tunnel. Write down the coordinates in feeding area 4A, and then we'll move on to the next thing. Let's take a look at our problem string. Okay, it's division. We're going to divide a fraction into a whole number. So what does that mean? Well, let's take a look. It says if 1/4 of a whole is divided into 2 equal parts, what fraction of the whole is each part? So this is just like those problems which say, well, we have this pan of brownies that was only 1/4 full, and we're splitting it between 2 people. And how many parts of the whole does each person get? So let's go ahead and get our square. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move my square over here because I got a little bit more room to work. Right? I'll draw a couple lines so I can figure this out. Looks like most of them are 1/4 or 1/2. So I'm just going to go ahead and divide this into fourths. Control C, Control V. There we go. And there we go, right? Now, it's said that we have to share it in 2 equal parts, which now we have our fourth, or our brownies, right? And we have 1/4 left, which is this side here. And then it said that we have to divide it into 2 equal parts. Well, dividing it into 2 equal parts is pretty easy. We're just going to cut it in half, right? So now we have 2 equal parts. But what part is that whole? So this part is what of a whole? That's where you count up the number of whole parts we have in a whole, which is 8. And we have 1 left. So 1/4 divided by 1/4 divided by 1/2 is 1/8, right? Then it says, our next problem string says, what if we took that same 1/4 and we divided it into 3 equal parts? Well, I would need another line and divide that into 3 equal parts. Would that answer be greater than or less than 1/8? It's going to be less than, right? Because if you remember, if you look at how big the piece is, 1/8, right, is much bigger than 1/12, right? So our answer is 1/12. And then we have to look at the next one now. It says, what if we divide 1/4 divided by 4? So what if we took this pan of brownies that was 1/4 full and we divided it into 4 parts? Would that be greater than or less than the 1/12? Well, if you said smaller, you'd be right, because look at those pieces. We were just cutting the same amount into smaller pieces, right? And that equals what? 1/16, right? So each part is 1/16. What if I took 1/2 of a pan of brownies? We'll move that. And we divided that 1/2 a pound of brownies into 2 parts. There we go. Would that be greater than or less than 1/8? Well, this piece was definitely larger than 1/8, right? One section would be what? 1/4, right? So what if we took the 1/2 and we divided it by 4 pieces? Interesting. Well, we already know that when we break things into bigger pieces, right, or more pieces, we have a smaller fraction. So all I have to do is add my 2 other lines. And now I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I have 1/8. Similar to dividing 1/4 in half, if I divide 1/2 into 4 pieces, I get the same answer. All right, so make sure that you have updated Mumford Moles tunnels. Make sure that you have completed your 2/4 fill spill, and you have written your problem strings in your notebooks, and all is good. I hope you guys are having a great day. If you have any questions, reach out to your teacher. If not, have a great day and enjoy math.